Hi, baddies. Welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing another pop-up pick a card reading. This one's going to be all about a truth you need to hear. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Naughty Oracle deck by Naomi Beth. This is going to be our deck we're going to be using for the pop-up picks. So this is a really fun and interesting deck, so I'm always excited to use this one. And how it works is I'm going to shuffle this up, and the cards that pop out or that I'm drawn to select will be our picks. And then I will be, of course, pulling as I go today. All right, so if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's really good to have you. I'm so glad you're here. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I am so grateful that you're here. So let's get into it. Spirits, ancestors, angels, gods, goddesses, spirit forms, daemons, come forward and tell. Oh, we already got group one. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. We're going to censor this one word here. We have you Buddha. Okay. So they're going to go right there. Group two. Tell me all about my group two. Group two. What is the truth they need to hear? What is the truth they need to hear from my group two? Group two. Okay. All right. I'm going to take, okay, they're telling me the top. Okay. We have manifest the arse out of it. Dream big. Okay, my group two. That is your card. All right. Group three. What is the truth my group three needs to hear? My group threes. What is a truth my group threes need to hear? What is a truth my group threes need to hear? Okay. Okay, we have two cards that came out. Okay. All right. So we have two cards that came out. I'm going to show them to you. So, and these are going to be your two cards. All right. So group three, sometimes this happens. I had this happen in another reading. So you have double pronged something. I don't know what that is. There you go. Lighten up. Okay. And then we have Grumpy Wizard, release your anger safely. We're going to try to keep this a PG 13 kind of reading. Okay, so, all right, so we're going to have group one, F you, Buddha, enlightenment sucks. Fuck you, Buddha. I can say it now, I think. All right, so they have like a time thing with YouTube, a certain time in which you can say, start cussing or whatever. I would know. So, anyway, if you can't tell, your Auntie me is highly medicated due to my autoimmune disease. All right, so I might slur my words or be awkward like I am right now. Okay, so all right, group two. We have manifest the arse out of it. Dream big. Dream big, y'all. Group two. What is the truth you need to hear? Okay, we have group four. You got two cards, y'all. I mean, you're not group four, you're group three. Okay. There you go, group three. You got two cards. All right, so I will insert a little photograph for those of you guys who need a bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one truth that you need to hear. All right. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group one, all of you that selected number 17. Fuck you, Buddha. Enlightenment sucks. This is going to be your reading all about a truth you need to hear. All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'm trying to like show you the card without getting this candle flare on it. There we go. It's probably better. A little bit. Okay, we're just going to leave it there. All right. Okay. All right, so let's find out about this enlightenment sucking part. Okay. You know, here's the truth. Okay. I've been at this a long time. A long time. Okay. So I'll be 53 in October. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's 53. Anyway, so you know, I've been through some stuff. I've been through the enlightenment process, if you will, a few times. And a lot of times it sucks. Okay, a lot of times it's not rainbows and kittens and butterflies and snow cones. A lot of times it's hard, cold reality. It's truth that we need to see. And it can be a harsh truth. And it can feel cold. It can feel very unfeeling. Okay. So I get that, you know, I get that energy here. We had two cards that come out. We have blinded to pain. Okay. Ooh, okay. We have peaceful among thorns. All right. So I'm kind of seeing your guides kind of stepping in here, kind of explaining. Okay. So, you know, this feels like some very painful truths here coming forward. Necessary. Very necessary for your growth, very necessary for you to be more empowered. For some of you, you want more peace in your life, but you can't have peace, you know, in a true peace. The peace you want doesn't come from disassociating or hiding from things, or, you know, allowing a wound to fester and ignoring it. Okay, give me one more card on this. This truth you're either about to really come to terms with, or be revealed, or has been revealed to you. It is something that has festered and needed to be seen. And it sucks. We have bride in a cage. Well, I don't think I like that energy one bit. Tell me about this bride in a cage. Ooh, it feels heavy. It feels like you have some dense energy. Tell me more about this. Bride in a cage, blinded to pain. It's like you didn't want to see this person. You didn't want to see the situation for the truth of it. You wanted it to be this myth that you created. And hey, we all create these fantasies and mythologies about our situations. Doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you somebody who loves somebody. You cared about someone. You wanted to see the good. You may want to see the good in everyone, honey. And the hard, cold facts of life is you have to be very guarded with yourself when you see the world like this. You have to protect yourself, sweetie, because people will absolutely eat you alive. That's a hard, cold reality. Strength. I think people have taken advantage of you, be it young, when you were vulnerable, be it older. They see your kindness and your giving and compassionate spirit as vulnerability, confusion. If that's not it, this is like innocence. This is like intense, like levels of being vulnerable. I think many of you kind of love intensely. You see people for the good and not the bad. And sometimes the bad is really important. And it's not that you are being encouraged to judge people, but the truth is you must see people in a balanced way. People are not all good nor all bad. People are humans. You are human. And I feel like you are working your way through a process of finally allowing yourself to be fully human and very in touch with your spiritual nature, understanding that all is in balance. It's a beautiful thing, and it's fucking painful to get there, okay? Because I feel like you don't trust yourself. I feel like you don't trust your gut all the time. I feel like many of you are like this deep well of emotion you have is also empathy. Um, and I feel like many of you are learning how to kind of like guard that empathy, guard your psychic ability, whatever, however this manifests. Um, some of you guys wear your inner child on your sleeve and it makes you very vulnerable. And it's not that you have to stop interacting with your inner child so much, it's that you have to learn how to be the protective parent. You have to protect yourself more, okay? Not everyone is entitled to all your energy. Not everyone is entitled to know everything about you or the important details about you. You do not have to give people excuses for no, okay? Allow yourself to say no. Allow yourself to say no. Okay, I'm pulling on some more energy, so let's get another card here. Just take what resonates here. I feel like you have had someone pulling on your energy for a very long time. And I'm feeling now like a strong, intense pull that kind of has thrown you off your game. It's part of what's not giving you peace. Now, this may be for all of you or some of you, so use your discernment, okay? We're going to get two more cards. We have Elevate and Bound. Oh, wow, there's the scales. You know, for some of you, this may be negative self-talk. For others, this is someone in your life who it's going to be like this. It's either a person or you who kind of talks you out of making the moves you want to make because you don't think what you're putting out there is worthy. You don't think you're worthy of success or winning because there's a birdie in your ear that keeps telling you you're not. Because deep down, there is some serious competition issues with this person. There is some serious issues of feeling like deep down, if you have it, they can't have it. And frankly, my dear, that's bullshit, okay? This person struggles, whoever this is, could be you or another person. We're going to get more into that when I pull tarot. Really has deep-seated self-esteem issues. And I feel like this is a truth that you need to come to terms with, okay? Whether it's you or someone else around you feeding you this bullshit, okay? Because whoever is saying this to you has some deep wells of unworthiness. Now, if this is you, seek help if you need it, okay? There are professionals that can really help you find ways to heal this up, ways to really get into healing spaces with ways to deal with the actual thoughts when they come up, okay? Now, there's other ways, you can do meditation, you can do affirmations. It's really important if you're doing this, like if you have this, that you check yourself in ways that you are subconsciously, and this is hard, you have to ask for awareness. You have to become hyper aware. As hyper fixated as you may be on other things, it's time for you to kind of like become aware of what you're doing to yourself, how your own actions may be supporting this thought process, be it one outside yourself. Now, if it's somebody outside yourself that is feeding you this bullshit, and for some of you, I gotta tell you, I don't like this person. If this is someone feeding you this, I don't like them. If this is you, I got to say, whoever gave you these thoughts, I don't like them. And for me, it's just like I don't like them because instead of them cleaning up their own mess, they kind of just, gave it to you. They didn't take responsibility. And now you're having to deal with it. And it goes on and on and on, right? And I don't like the treatment of how you're getting either way. And I feel like you're seeking a deeper, peaceful, drama-free life. And some of you guys have this outside energy that doesn't wish you well. And they tell you this. This is something that they tell you either through the way they treat you. And this is hard to see, man. For some of you, this is just, I don't want to see it. It's too painful. Listen, you can't heal what you can't feel, babe. And sometimes we have to come to terms with some of the darkest shit before we can really grow. Before we can really do the things we want to do, we have to come to terms with the darkest shit sometimes. The top, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about this energy. I see this energy as you. I feel like you've sown seeds, you're putting in work, but it's almost like this part you may have walked around. I get this. I've done this about different things. I get this. This is tender. Tender is this wound right here. We have the Two of Beakers. Okay, I feel like we may have a earth sign here and this card here. And we have growth. I feel like we have another card with it. We have corruption. Damn. This feels like family more and more. This feels like someone in your family. If they're not in your family, they feel an awful lot like family to me. And they're blocking your growth. Flat out. They're corrupting your growth. The connection to this person is corrupted. I feel like you need to become aware of this truth. The healing, the elevation, the freedom from being bound the way you are, being, oppressed, constricted, that constriction energy. You want to elevate from it. This is your problem. This is the heart of your problem. This is your truth. This is it. This person, either your thought process or this literal person, is corrupting your efforts and keeping you bound like this bride in a cage. It's keeping you blinded to the deep wells of pain within you that you have suffered. You are a suffering soul, my dear. You have suffered so much for what you have been through. And your poor little personality, your sense of self, your sense of self-worth has taken a beating. And I feel like you come off like a warrior, like this Taurus, Aries, Leo type. But within this, like, I'm seeing like visions of like warriors in the metal suits, the suits of armor. But inside is all these tender, like, internal organs that are just in there raw. They're not even in skin anymore. They're just like, there's so much pain here. There's so much exposed. And all you have is your armor. And I feel like you need to see this. You need to hold space for this. And see the truth of your strength. For you are strong. You are so strong. Okay? You are brilliantly strong. Are you a Leo? Because I'm seeing the sun. If you're not a Leo, you have brilliant strength. Okay? Your sun sign might be just really positively aspected in some way, but there's a brilliance with your sun. Okay? There is illumination with this truth. There is strength and elevation coming with this truth. It's beautiful what is unfolding with this truth. Okay, I'm being guided to get another deck here. All right. Tell me more about this elevation and this strength. You need to set aside some time so that you can process everything you've been through. And I mean everything. Take inventory from your life. Get a journal. Start writing about it. Like, whatever you can afford, but, make it a thing. Make it a ritual. Every night or every morning you get up and you write a little something. Start reflecting on your life. Start being the one that gives you the credit. Because many of you didn't get it while you were a kid. And you deserve that now. Okay? All right. Tell me more about this truth. I think you're going to see your heroic self. You're going to see how brave you are, how strong you are. It's going to elevate your perspective on self. We have, you are worthy of beautiful things. The servant queen, divine, magic, valuable. Ah, y'all. You are worthy of beautiful things. You are say it with me. I am worthy of beautiful things. That's part of this truth. Yeah, it's hardcore. Yeah, we've been through that. But there's always a balance to all the hardcore energy. And this is it. You are worthy of beautiful things. You're worthy of what's coming to you, what's being created for you. You're worthy of that. It's important that you understand that part of this healing is getting you ready to receive that. Being in receptive energy is not easy because we haven't been really taught how to do that. And a lot of this healing you're doing, that's what's happening. The healing of your sense of self, so that you can receive from the universe what's being created just for you. We have trust in the places you feel guided towards. Space, time, and self. Infinity, reincarnation, 5D. I tell you, your ability to know which way you're going and how you're getting there is going to be so on point. You're going to feel so good about it. And for many of you, you haven't had a lot of good feelings here lately because you've been in a lot of density. You're going to start feeling better again because you're going to start feeling the density lift as you come to these truths about yourself and people in your life. Yeah, there's going to be moments where it sucks, but it's part of the process. You don't stay in that sucky energy. You move through it. Okay, let's get one more card for you. One more card for group 1. What else do you have for my group 1? Top. We have growing pains, healing, patience, unconscious. I feel like there's going to be a lot of third eye, like activation. There's going to be a lot of clarity. I think there may be a lot of past life dreams that come forward for you. And I feel like you're going to know, you're going to be able to trust them more, those kind of things, because you have followed your truth with the things that are exposed, the things that are revealed to you, these illuminations that come forward for you. All right? Okay, all right, group 1, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 2, all of you that selected Manifest the Arse Out of It, Dream Big. This is going to be your reading all about a truth that you need to hear. Let me move that a little bit. Oop. Okay, let me take you guys down a little bit. Hold your breath. Here we go. All right. Hope you can see a little better. Okay, let's go. All right, let's talk about this. What Spirit has for you. What is the message here? Which one? The one in my hand. Okay, let's talk about it. Manifest the Arse Out of It. What does my group 2 need to know about this? Dream big. So it's something about a dream. It feels like something, you're working on. Some of you guys are thinking about it. Some of you guys have been working on a long time. So different stories here, so take what resonates. All right, that one popped up. We have warrior, inner strength, clarity, presence, and big Leo energy there. Boy, Leo is showing up in a lot of reading. Well, it's Leo season. A lot of readings here lately. So, okay, warrior. 5, the number 5 as well. We have 25 there, which is reduces to 7. Okay. So some of you guys aren't sure about your ability to do this, to manifest it, 2, Sage, harmony, acceptance, patience. Okay. I'm feeling like you guys aren't real patient anymore. I'm feeling like I'm hearing like I'm out of patience. Some of you guys have been, those of you who have been working at this a long time are like, dude, I'm out of patience. Like I've been at this a while and I don't know if this is going to pop off. And we have, not taking reversals, we have beloved, love, reciprocity, okay, this word, and entwinement. That word right there. My tongue's heavy, and we want the bottom one too, they say. So we're going to take it. And we have surrender, letting go, trust, expansion. See that little expansion there? That's Jupiter energy, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? My little impatient lions. You may be a Sagittarius, might be an Aries, but not many. Not many. You may be a Gemini or Pisces. Some of you guys may align with Sante Merte. I hope I said her name right. Listen. It hasn't, truth time. Listen to me. It hasn't popped off because you're not in the energy of receiving it to pop off. Listen to me now. I hear you like, yes, I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not in flow. Okay? You're fighting your flow. Well, just sit there with it. Just sit with it, okay? There's something about your flow. There's something about, I feel like you're in your authentic energy, but you're not loving yourself in it. Some of you guys have lost the joy of what you're doing. It's not going to pop when you're not loving it. You got to find out how to get to loving it again. Now, for those of you who are struggling to start, or you've just started and you're like, or you're the beginning levels of this, and you're like, it's not going to pop off. You guys, you need to dig deep. This is the truth, okay? Some of you guys got a big dream. Big dreams take big time sometimes. Some of you guys may get lucky, okay? Some of you guys who've been hanging in there a while may get lucky, okay? Because we have expansion here. But most of you, you're going to expand. You're going to be seen, okay? But it's going to take some time. It's just going to take some time. Y'all got to be patient. You even got to be patient if you're lucky, okay? Because no matter how long you've been at this, it feels like forever when you're trying to get to a certain goal. Maybe school, maybe building a business, and maybe you're trying to pop off online, or trying to get discovered in art, or you're trying to whatever this is. It's a goal. It's a dream. It's that thing that you want. And some of you guys, you're going to need more training, babe. I know it. I heard somebody say, I know it. And that's okay. But enjoy your process now. Because there's some good that comes with walking your path and knowing, hey, I got some stuff to learn. I'll be fruitful along the way, But I got to start working with my life, the universe, my guides. I got to start digging deeper, okay? Inner strength doesn't come to us because it's easy. You don't become a warrior because life is easy. You don't become a great champion because life is easy. You become a champion warrior because, baby doll, you've been through some shit. That's some real truth, hardcore truth, okay? You've been through some shit and you didn't let it defeat you. And many great warriors, many champions have had their ass royally handed to them many times. And they got up and they kept going. And I will tell you from my own personal journey, I have had my ass handed to me more times than I can count. But you keep getting up. You keep getting up and you keep going on. Why, you ask? Why do we keep getting up and going on? Well, because for many of us, it's not in our nature. We do not know how, group 2. You don't know how to quit. Some of you guys are like, I'm in too deep to this shit. I'm in too deep in this shit. I cannot quit even if I wanted to. But I like to think about it. So I say, when you want to quit, take a little break. Okay? Make time. Take that break. As much as it will piss you off. As much as you'll be like, I don't want to take no fucking break. The harder I work, the more it's going to happen for me. No. No. And no. Not necessarily. Especially if you're full of resentment about it. And you're at your wit's end about it. It's not. Yeah, we work hard, we hustle, but when we're hating our hustle, when we're hating it, when we're not like embracing the journey, it makes it real hard to receive what the universe, what our guides, whatever, wants to give us. So let's see what other cards we get, okay? There's some hardcore truth there, and it's difficult. It's a hard lesson. You know, if you want something big, you got to be willing to learn those lessons. And inner strength doesn't come because life is easy. It comes through fucking up, making mistakes, being messy, and shit happening. And you actively choosing to not give up. Most of the people who succeed in life, accomplishing their goals, it's just because they were tenacious as fuck and didn't give up. First card to flip was the 5th power. I am a body and a soul. You guys, some of you guys are working so hard, you know, you're suffering. Your work is suffering. Whatever you're putting towards this goal is suffering. You can't accomplish anything if you are drained. You can't accomplish anything if your energy is low, okay? You can't put all your passion into something if you're not taking care of yourself, okay? You guys need to take care of yourself. Make yourself a priority. I know for some of you, it's like, well, that feels selfish. Well, you know what? It's not selfish because you can't take care of the people in your life. You can't take care of yourself. You're one of the people in your life if you're burned out. How do you kind of like cope with burnout when you can't quit your job? You start taking the best care of yourself possible. That means you absolutely pen and ink schedule in time for yourself. It is non-fucking negotiable because if you are burnt out, you're at survival level. And when you are spacing out, because at home when you're spacing out and just lying there numb, that's when you go to your list of activities you can do that are self-loving, self-healing, and energizing. And you pick one. It doesn't have to be 45 minutes. It doesn't have to be a big setup. It could be as simple as you deciding, you know what I'm going to do tonight? For 10 minutes, I'm going to listen to the Archangel Michael clearing prayer. That's it. See how it goes. And things like that can really help you change your energy when you are burnt out. So do that for yourself if you're at that level. If you're not, it's just time for you to start taking better care of yourself. Because there's something you're trying to manifest. And I'm getting more and more of this energy of like you are your biggest block here. And we have this person laying in a hammock and they're dreaming about this big dream of this UFO and stuff. And I feel like even when you're resting, your mind is busy. You're busy, 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 busy. And it's time for you to get a hold of that. Your mind is blocking you. Your busy, busy thoughts, your racing thoughts, your burnout self is blocking you from being able to really manifest this dream. Put all your passion into it, or as much as you can. So some of you guys are burnt out. I feel it. And you're going to have to prioritize your peace. You guys have to stop pleasing others. You have to not, you know what I mean? Like, of course, you have to take care of your kids. But you have to stop worrying about pleasing everyone. Okay? There are some people you have to say no to. I think I said that in the first group as well. We have the legacy. Love is always legendary. That's beautiful. I feel like you guys have this energy of wanting to create something big, something legendary, something wonderful and amazing. We have the true human. I am fully human and fully divine. Woo, we talked about that earlier. Oh, we have another card here. We have freedom. I am called here to be free. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm getting chills here. I feel like you guys are kind of like, there's letting go here. And this, you guys might be pulled to group 1. There's this energy of really needing to give yourself the freedom to kind of like relax. It feels like you need to give yourself the freedom to know and to act. And this is almost like an act of faith. To know that you don't have to work yourself into burnout to manifest this dream. We have to remove that idea, okay? Because in today's age, many people are trying to manifest big dreams and survive. And in our day and age, surface level surviving is very difficult for the average person. So if you are not the average person, if you're below that average, it is almost impossible at times. So we have to start looking at manifestation in a more realistic way, right? And we have to be realistic about taking care of ourselves. It really is number one. It's important. It's very important when you're trying to manifest a big dream. So some of you guys need to kind of like triage your time and understand that you are up there. If you have kids, yes. If you need a job to pay your bills, yes. All those things are important. But you can't take all your other time and throw it at something and work yourself into a state where you are burnt out and expect things to pop for you. You have to follow flow, your flow, okay? And you have to be open to being in the right place at the right time. Now, if you're working with like a algorithm, okay, then you're going to need to make regularly scheduled content, okay? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to schedule time and make that a priority, okay? So that you can have regularly scheduled content. But you do it as you can do it, all right? Not as a panicked kind of like, I need to make this happen. No, you're co-creating, you're manifesting. And as you manifest, the universe will rise, your guides, God forms, whatever you work with, will rise to help you manifest this and will give you signs and feedback along the way. But honoring yourself first and taking care of yourself is going to help you be able to handle all the stress in your life. And it's going to make it feel like you're not drained now on this dream. You don't give it up. You're not like, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not feeling this anymore. It's not giving me enough back. Instead, you connect to the truth of why you're doing it. Perhaps where you want to go next with it, how you want to evolve it, how it evolves you. Instead of saying, no, all the effort I made is not worth it, blah, blah, blah. I feel like your spirits do not want you to throw this away. Instead, they want you to rest, really rest. They want you to rest when you are not connected to this dream. They want you to rest where you are not thinking about the dream, your bills, your stress. They want you to unplug from it and have a place of peace. Have a place where you can practice whatever it is that helps you get out of this busy headspace. It can be a craft. It can be a walk. It can be baking. It can be sitting and listening to frequency music or working with Archangel Michael. You guys might be drawn to Archangel Michael, okay? But you guys are in your head about this dream, this goal, this vision. And it's time for you to kind of like figure out the best modality to get you out of it. That's the truth here. That's the truth you need to face, is you have become your own block to this manifestation. And it's, you know, when things get where you feel the passion's gone, you don't know why you're doing it anymore. It's time to step back, okay? And I feel like that's ultimately like a lot of the truth that's coming through here. You are not kind enough to yourself, okay? And that's important. It's really important. It's part of your lesson, if you will, on this journey, is you have to take care of yourself. You know, the age of being, you know, of dreams being fulfilled by like people who fulfill their dreams, living in a state where they are involved in like self-defeating behaviors, toxic behaviors towards self and others. Like, we're moving into a space where healed people are going to have their big dreams fulfilled, so that we set a new precedent. Did I say that right? Probably not. But a new kind of forefather, foreparent of the possibility of what fulfilling a dream could look like in a healthy way. So think of it that way. Your dream fulfillment is going to look healthier than the past people whose dreams were fulfilled and other people saw, okay? So it's a more healed, it doesn't mean perfect, okay? This is not perfection over here. This is reality, okay? Spirit, tell me more about this. Okay, we have Flower Child. Momentum, creativity, action. I have always loved everything about you. You're to make yourself proud. Aww. Flower child, momentum, creativity, action. I feel like there's a healing here. There's like a healing energy of, divine action, taking more purposeful action on this journey to this dream fulfillment. Feeling more empowered, feeling more free. Some of your responsibility or obstacles here may be relieved as you concentrate more on relieving your own stress and your own mental space. There's going to be some clarity. There's going to be some stuff that happens that frees you up. The universe is going to say, yes, this is where we're trying to take you. This is where we want you to go. And for some of you, this is like an act of faith. You have to have faith in your abilities. You have to have faith in what you're doing and where you've concentrated your energy. Okay? Let's get these two cards here. All right. We have Memento Mori, life, presence, depth. The meaning is in the middle. Oh, beautiful. Coming into balance, dark night of the soul, transformation, awakening, tower. Yeah, I feel like there is almost like a new level of creativity here. A deep well of knowledge coming forward that really honors your inner strength. There's an expansion. Okay, let's get another deck here. Tell me about this tower. I want to know about the tower. The dark night of the soul, a tower. Then we have expansion, transformation. So, and then we have, Memento Mori, which is kind of like the death card, the meaning in the middle. Tell me more about this energy. Tell me more about this expansive, transformative energy. Tell me more. Tell me more about this energy for my group too, about this big dream. There's some kind of transformation. All right. Oops. We have the Page of Wands. I'm not taking reversals. Page of Wands. It feels like creative ideas, new inspirations being born here. This feels like two cards, yeah. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. And this feels like the energy that is being transformed. Okay, this feels like the transformative energy, kind of like self-sabotage, not really trusting your gut, kind of like unsure, being blocked, having things always kind of go badly, feeling drained, feeling like a drain on the energy here. And just there's some confusion as well. And then we have this energy here, the Page of Wands and the Nine of Coins. And this really does feel like new inspiration. See how the Garbage Pail Kid is kind of coming, uprooting from the ground, like a new beginning. And in career and money, okay, feels like if your dream has to do with money and career, it feels like you're going to be newly inspired around this dream. You're going to be very set up for success, set up to be seen more as a professional, or being able to kind of like get the energy going to get towards this professional level. If you're burned out at school, it's like you get a second wind. And you keep going towards this dream, digging deep for inner strength. We have the World here, new chapter opening for you. And it feels really good. This feels like a tower a transformation from some very dense energy of like, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen, I can't keep doing this, I need to like just forget it, or I'm so burned out, I don't know how I'm going to keep doing this, to kind of like new inspiration, new focus, new vision, doing the work that you need to do and the work that you're guided to do. And it's going to open up a new chapter for you. For some of you, you may be changing jobs. There may be a change in the methods that you do your work. There may be new training. There may be an actual move of home, but there's definitely a movement of energy, and it feels very powerful and really positive. All right. Okay, group 2, that's the truth that's coming forward for you today. I hope this was a helpful and a insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Grumpy Wizard, release your anger safely, number 20. And your second card was double pronged something penis, lighten up, number 12. This is going to be your reading. Let's do it again. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Grumpy Wizard, release your anger safely, number 20, and you were drawn to 12. This is the second card, double pronged, lighten up. This is going to be your reading all about the truth that you need to hear. Okay, so there's some anger. I detect some anger in the force, my friend. So, and I get it. I do. I think a lot of people are clearing out some anger from some very deep issues. So we're going to get into it. We're going to find out what's going on. Okay. And sometimes when we get into these issues, it can be, it can kind of take over because it's deep work. Anger can be a very tough emotion to process, especially if you were told as a child that it wasn't okay to express your anger. Okay, we have envious gluttony, number 9. Ooh, okay. Some of you guys are taking that anger out on yourself. Okay, some of you guys have some issues with food and some body issues. Okay, we're not going to touch them too much, but I see you. Okay, I understand this myself. All right, tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more. Tell me more about my group 3. Get these 2 cards here. We have downcast pride. We have black flower fragrance. Okay. I feel like shame here. I feel like someone has shamed you. And it feels like some of you guys have been shamed about your vessel. Some of this may be shamed about your preferences. Some of this is like very negative speech around things that you really don't have any control over. For some of you guys, this was very young, very impressionable, and it has left this kind of wounded heart. And I feel like the truth of this is your anger. This is like the heart. Your anger is centered in your heart chakra. And it's affliction. It's an affliction. Many of you have taken over for the abuser, okay, for lack of a better term that comes to mind. You've kind of like started to kind of take that that toxicity, okay, out on yourself. And it's manifested in some very, destructive ways. And for some of you, we can see it on the outside. And for some of you, we can't. Okay, so it's different for different people. Some of you bear the scars of this internally, and for some of you, this is external. Okay. And I feel like this is coming forward because it's really time to heal a lot of this introspection, deficiency. I feel like you see so many shortcomings in yourself. Sorry, I had to clear my throat chakra. You see so many shortcomings in yourself. I think you have perfectionist tendencies. I don't necessarily see you holding other people up to this very high standard, but you hold yourself up to it. This creates distance between you and other people. So those of you who are in relationships where you're not feeling deep emotion, you're not feeling your emotional connection, this is part of it, okay? Your inability to feel deep emotion or go deep. You have a wounded heart. Your heart is wounded because the people who were supposed to love you were very destructive. They were so destructive that they turned you against yourself. It is wicked. It's a wicked thing. You are perfectly imperfect. I need you to say this with me. I am perfectly imperfect. Perfectionism and being a human does not fucking exist. It doesn't exist. And if you see a perfect person that's naturally perfect, that is extremely rare and probably not. Okay, I would bet not. And the pursuit of being perfect in every way is nonsense. It is a waste of your time and energy. Listen to what I'm saying. This is a truth you need to hear and you need to reflect on, because a lot of you are spending a tremendous amount of energy pursuing an image or a way of being or whatever, and you're being very ruthless with yourself. You're holding yourself to an impossible standard. And the truth is, you're wasting so much of your time. So much of your time here is being wasted pursuing an image or a way of being that does not exist for you or anyone else. And it's time to let that shit go. You're grumpy because you're unhappy. This kind of stuff makes us unhappy. It's impossible to be happy when all you see is imperfection, because what happens is you see it in yourself, you see it in your work, you see it in anything you try to pursue. Then you see it in your refrigerator. You see it in the way you keep house. You see it in the way you are with your kids. And everyone else in your mind is probably perfect, but you're not. So if you're trying to pursue anything, you become your biggest villain. You become your biggest obstacle. And we waste years of time pursuing perfection. Is it good to have standards? Hell yeah, it's good to have standards. It's good to work and have a goal to work to our highest degree, okay? In balance, in balance. Say it again. In balance, that's right. Allowing yourself to be fully human. You're not superhuman. You're not above being human. You're a human being. You're frail. You're flawed. You have wrinkles and dimples and folds. Your body does not look like those pictures on the Instagram. Your house isn't going to look like those pictures on the Instagram. You know, you're not from Vogue. Everything's airbrushed. Your body is not a hanger, a clothing hanger. You know, that's what they used to call models in the 90s. They were just clothing hangers. How dehumanizing. That's so dehumanizing. You are more than what you look like. You are more than the color of your skin or the color of your eyes. They are important and they matter, but they're only part of who you are. They should be celebrated. They should be enjoyed, but they shouldn't be obsessed about to the point where you're not enjoying your life and you're missing so much. You're missing so much you could be enjoying. Life is about balance. And when we find balance, we find harmony, we find peace, we find possibility. That's where it exists, in that middle space, that in between. The middle way, as I've seen and I've heard many like gurus talk about, but it's true. It's the hardest place to get to because it has us being human and embracing our primal selves, our imperfect state, but also has us with this spiritual consciousness thing in balance. Work and play, right? Everything in balance. Fun and work. But work you enjoy. That should be the goal, right? The goal should be eventually I want to do work I enjoy. Right now I have to eat. And I've said this in other readings over the years, and I'm going to say it to you because I think you need to hear this. There comes a time in your life where you have to make peace with your vessel, with your body, with what it looks like, what it can do, how healthy it can be. You have to say, I'm not going to fight this war anymore. This is what I got. This is it. This is what I got. And it's going to age. And that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay. In fact, it's an honor to get older. I'm going to share with you, you know, I was in bed for a long time, like 6 years. And, you know, because of my battle, I feel like it's an honor to get older. I don't hide my age. I'm proud of it. I earned every single day on my face. Embrace your motherfucking life. Embrace your vessel. Embrace your imperfections. If you need help, please go seek it because you're missing so many wonderful things. So many wonderful things. Your perfect house, you don't need to have a perfect house. Instead, enjoy your family. You don't need to have a bunch of containers that you put other things in that already have containers. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to have 50 different kinds of body scrubs. You don't need to do this obsessive stuff. It's okay to have containers for things that need containers. But this obsessive need to kind of like purchase things or obsess on how we look or our homes or how our kids look or making everything beige or whatever the fuck it is. It's covering up a lot that we need to deal with. And you're not doing anyone a favor by putting it off. You're losing time. Precious, precious time that you can't get back. Nobody cares if your refrigerator has all those clear plastic things. Nobody gives a fuck. None of your neighbors care. I don't care about those big cups. None of that shit matters. People aren't looking at your calorie counter or how many steps you walked. It's important to take care of yourself in balance. Your message is balance. You guys need to get in balance with your life. You guys need to understand that good things are meant for you. They're meant for you. But you got to make time for them. You got to get some of this self-destructive stuff out of your head. You got to change some of your behaviors. You got to get control of this need to pursue perfectionism or a vision or an image. Honor what your life looks like. If it's messy, tidy up a bit. We're not all meant to be like everybody else. We all have different strengths. And when you try to fit yourself into a mold that is someone else's mold, you will always be unhappy. Stop comparing yourself to other fucking people. Be it your neighbor or the person on the cover of Vogue. It doesn't fucking matter. They're people too, I have you know. They're just people, and those people have wrinkles and cellulite too. Okay? They're just airbrushed out. We have the moon. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? I love this card. I love this card so much. The moon, duality, hidden gems, secret power. What if your strangeness, the thing that you're trying to kind of like perfect your way out of, what if that is your secret power? What if that strangeness, that uniqueness, that authentic part of you, what if that is your star power? What if that's your brilliant power? What if that's what makes you shine? Because it probably is. It's what the world wants you to obsess out of yourself. It's what they want you to forget, that you have your own mold. No one can be just like you. You're special because you are. You are. We have, it's time to come home. Goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, ego. There's abundance here on the table. It's time to come home to yourself. It's time to own who you are, no matter how strange or weird, no matter how odd or lumpy or bumpy, no matter how you don't fit into the norm. Fuck the norm. Fuck beauty standards. Fuck it all. Fuck it. It's the same. It's beige. It's very beige. We love color. We love diversity. It brings a lot of creativity. It brings life. And you are denying yourself the diversity of yourself. And if you have outside energies that are continually pushing you to fit into a mold, it's time for you to get real about this anger. Stop doing it here and putting it in to yourself and figure out who that anger is really meant for, who that anger really goes to. Because I feel words need to be said here. My throat chakra has been super active. I've had to do a lot of swallowing and a lot of clearing of my throat. And I feel like you guys have a lot to say, and you're not saying it to the right person. That doesn't mean you have to go off. You don't have to go off and fly off the handle. You don't have to be hateful and ugly. In fact, it's more effective if you say it like you mean it. Calmly. Like, hey, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me that way. I don't like it when you treat me like shit. So stop. Be real. If you have someone in your life influencing this, tell them. Be direct. Don't beat around the bush. And you've got to be kinder to yourself. You got to start making peace with yourself. That's the truth here. You got to accept. There's a level. We have acceptance here. You got to accept where you are. You got to develop a dark sense of humor sometimes, okay? Accept where you are, your home, your life, and your vessel. You have to start making peace with your vessel and get at home with it, whatever it is. It's what it is. Make peace with yourself. It will bring you such a level of self-empowerment like you have never known. That energy of anger will transmute into self-empowerment. And you'll get clarity about your anger. And y'all need to lighten up. You do. You do. Y'all need to have some motherfucking fun. Y'all need to go seek out some fun activities. Be them whatever they may be. Winky wink. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all need some old-fashioned, spicy healing, if you know what I'm saying. But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me. I didn't say anything. All right. Okay, so let's get one more of these cards. Tell me more about my group 3. I think you're probably super hot. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I think you're probably smoking. All right. I don't say that to everybody. I'm getting up in your face. You can't see, but I'm getting all up in y'all's face. Okay. We got 2 cards here. We got magic mushrooms, miracles, fairy energy opening up. Oh my. We have like side nudity, so I won't show that to you. Stay open to the good and beautiful things. It's not really a thing, but we're just gonna cover it because Stay open to the good and beautiful things. You need to stay open to the good and beautiful things within yourself. I think if you will start to kind of have a more compassionate relationship with yourself, gosh, y'all need to have some grace for yourself. Y'all need to y'all need to have some compassion for yourself, some grace. You know what's funny is I had people, while I was on my healing journey, no one had ever said that to me. You need to have some grace for yourself. And all of a sudden, the nurses in different doctors' offices started telling me that. You need to have some grace for yourself. And I kept hearing it until I was like, oh, maybe I really do. And that's when I started to notice how I didn't. How mean I was to myself. I was an old-fashioned bully. I bullied myself constantly. It was horrible. It was awful. And it's hard to grow and heal when you are doing that to yourself. We have, I am in divine flow and move in alignment, yin and yang, unity, balanced energy, manifestation. So you're moving into balanced energy. This awareness, this work, this truth, as you come into it fully, your energy is going to balance more. and you're going to get into flow. If you've never been in flow with the universe, it's really special. It really is. It's very special, and it really is a confirmation of your journey. It helps you to see clearly, and it's almost like when you get these confirmations, the gifts, things like that, it helps you get into receivership, which is something we don't really talk about as much as we should, of the energies the universe has for you. It's hard to receive good things when we're not in a state where the universe can bring it. You know what I'm saying? And it really is an act of feminine energy to receive. You have to have like a balanced kind of masculine and feminine, and a really presence of feminine energy. So I feel like for you, really getting into your creativity, your strengths, the strangeness perhaps that you're trying to hide, will help. It doesn't mean you have to show the world right now. Do it for yourself. Do it when you're alone. You know, one thing I had to do for myself is I had to get happy with me. That was really first. I had to kind of like remove the trappings of perfectionism, remove the mask of always in pursuit of perfectionism. You know, for me, I had to remove like the diet thing. I had to get healthy, I had to like throw the diet thing. I had to throw it away, you know. And it was hard. It was hard for me to think about food without thinking about calories and thinking about this and that and the other. That was really difficult. So this can be very hard to do. And sometimes we need help. So if you need help, please seek it. But once you're able to kind of like see yourself in a different way, how you're actively engaging in these processes that keep you in very dense energy, you can start to make corrections. You can start to see how hardcore you've been with yourself, and how much you survived, how much you've overcome in spite of it, in spite of what others have done and what you've done to yourself. This builds kind of a confidence in your strength. And you can start to engage in these unique things about yourself. Those unique qualities that you've tried to hide, many times around that uniqueness is a gift of some kind. And that can be a fun journey to kind of like unwrap and strengthen. All right. So be open to that. Okay. All right, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.